Okay. So Nancy, first I'm going to start with an angel card reading for you. And angel cards tell me past, present, future, your path and your challenge. And I just need you to let me know if they make sense to you. As we talked
Okay.
before I hit the recording, it's just asking you to kind of breathe through the white light and allow me to connect to you heart to heart and soul to soul. And I'm just going to pull a few cards. And then I'll show them to you and explain them and see if they resonate to you. Hmm. So as I'm connecting with you, I'm just gonna talk through this for a second because they're pulling me to like a part in your back that has been injured or that is healing. Does that make sense to you?
It does very much.
Okay. Okay. Um, and with this, I don't know whether you're having surgery or surgery just happened, but it feels like in a very small time frame. Does that resonate with you as well? Has it just happened or is it happening soon?
Well, it's been a while since I had the surgery,
Okay.
but I still have a lot of problems with it. So there may be
Okay.
another surgery in my future.
Yeah. Yeah, it almost feels like there's a kink in there, if that makes sense to you at all. Um,
What it feels like.
yeah, it feels like there's a kink in there, kind of like the middle of the back, below the shoulder blades, but not far down to where the sciatic is. So it just feels like it's kind of like mid back, but it just almost feels like it just needs to click into place. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Okay. All right. We'll send lots of healing that way. So when I pull the cards, and these are angel cards, I pull past, present, future, your path, and your challenge. And I like to read them forward and backward because sometimes when we look at it in the reverse, it makes not really more sense, but it's you see the possibilities of that. So for the past card, I have meditation. And meditation in the past shows me that you have gotten away from taking time to just be still, to just think, pray, connect with yourself. And what they're doing is they're calling you back for this. It almost like there's a beehive running around in your head where you're constantly thinking and your mind just doesn't slow down. So they're calling you back to breathe in that white light to that beehive, to meditate, to focus on one thing at a time so that it feels like so that you can see what the solution is. It feels like one solution will solve many issues. Does that make sense?
It makes
Okay.
amazing sense,
Okay. For the
especially the
present,
beehive part.
especially the beehive, sometimes our
Hmm.
mind just goes all over the place and it's hard to like stop it. There are times I'll even like touch my forehead and go, oh my God, shut up. Stop talking to me. The present is showing me power, ooh, and trust. So this is what is either coming very soon or what you're walking into. So what the angels are saying to you, what the universe is saying to you, is that they want you to trust your own power. And your power is your own truth, your own intuition, but allow yourself, it feels like kind of melt into that power and trust yourself. Instead of second guessing yourself, or instead of saying, oh, you know how sometimes we have conversations and then later we rehash that conversation. Oh, I should have said it this way. I should have said it this way. It's trusting that the way that you say things, in the moment that you say it, when you trust your intuition, it's what needs to be said. And that will give you power. And what power means is just boundaries and comfort in knowing that you either stood up for yourself or helped others stand up for themselves. When people aren't around and others tend to chit chat about them,
Hmm.
standing up and saying, you know what, they're not here right now, so I don't really want to talk about them. Or, you know what, that's not true. So it's trusting that power within yourself. The future is showing me that there's going to be a lot of things to celebrate. And celebration, whether it's a birthday or an anniversary or growth or healing, but it feels like you're walking into celebration. Here's the thing, allow yourself to celebrate it. Don't just check it off the list and say, what's next? So when you accomplish something, say, oh my gosh, I worked really hard for this. I've accomplished it. It's not getting ego in there. It's just allowing yourself to be proud of the accomplishments that you've made.
Let yourself feel it.
Yes, exactly. Just be present. The path to that is allowing yourself to retreat in your intentions. So mark a time of day in the week, in the month, and say, this is my time. Phones off. I'm not, whether it's babysitting kids or I'm not, it's just, this is my time. And you're scheduling that. When you allow yourself to retreat, then you can be, and then you can celebrate, and then you can rest and regenerate. Your challenge is ideas and inspirations. This goes back to trusting your intuition. So you have a lot of ideas, you have a lot of things that you inspire in others, but you don't trust your own medicine, if that makes sense, your own advice.
Yeah,
So
you can give advice, but you can't follow your own.
exactly. So when we were talking about that trusting your own power, that's why this card would show up in your challenge. Once you're able to trust your own intuition, because you have retreated, slowing the mind down, taking that time for yourself to see what your intentions are, to celebrate those intentions, that allows you to trust your own power. And that all comes because you've stopped for a moment, you've meditated, you've slowed the beehive down and allowed yourself to see. It feels like the real you. For some reason, I feel as if you, whether you're a people pleaser, but you're not exactly sure who you need to be for certain people that connect with you. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah,
I mean, if
right
it
now
doesn't,
I'm
that's
not.
okay.
Well, it does. I mean, I want to make the people that I'm around happy,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
I like to uplift people, but I'm not having good luck uplifting myself.
Okay. So that's where that challenge comes back to those ideas and inspirations. It's allowing yourself to breathe in the gratitude of the things that you have right now and be thankful for the things that are coming in. I was talking this morning on Tuesday Talks about a book that I'm reading by Kyle Gray, and he always says, when you wake up in the morning and you start with thankfulness, thank you for the day that's about to come my way. Thank you that I will have the solutions to any situations that show up. And thank you for letting me know that I'm not alone. And when you think about things that way, your whole perspective changes, which allows your energy to change instead of going, oh God, it's Monday. Well, it's Tuesday, but oh God, it's Monday. I hate Mondays. You know what? Thank you for a fresh new day. New week. What's this week going to bring? I don't know what it is, but thank you for it. Does that make sense?
It does very much to
Yeah.
start on a
Yeah.
positive note.
Yeah. It just feels like there needs to be a shift in your energy and allow you to just open up to that. When I was meditating on your name before we connected, the energy that was around you, I kept feeling like there was all this pink color around your aura with little white, almost like little stars sparkling in that. And I kept feeling like this heartbeat of love and going back to the center of what is the most important love within you. And it feels like there's this birth of this new thing that is coming for you, this new acceptance, this new love. And this could be whether it's a project or a baby that's coming in, but it feels like a look at things in a different way, which will open you up to a greater love. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
there's a lot of work I need to do to get there.
oh, we all have a lot of work to do, but you know what? When you work yourself to death and you don't sit in the celebration of it, then what have you accomplished? you know?
Because you've ignored
So
what you have accomplished if you don't take the time to think about it.
absolutely, absolutely. And you wear yourself out. It's exhausting because you never feel like you're enough, you know? It's not ego coming in and say, look at me, I'm the greatest thing. But it's your higher self saying, look how far you've come. Yay, let's celebrate you for a moment. You're not who you were in the past, but you are who you are right now because of the past or despite the past. And those are the things that you need to celebrate. It just feels like you're very um, critical to the part of being antisocial with yourself. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. So it's reconnecting. And there's times I'll just put my hand on my heart and I'll think of what like the greatest love feels like, whether it was a child or a grandchild or my husband, just depends on whatever like pops into my mind. And I'll feel that warmth. And then I offer it to the rest of my mind, body, and spirit because we fail to send love to ourselves. So I do feel like there's this journey that you've been on for a little while, but I feel like, man, you've packed up a lot of bags and carried it all with you and haven't gotten rid of some of the baggage that you don't need anymore. Does that resonate with you? Okay.
Yes, it does
So
very much.
it's time to put some of that baggage down because like you don't need that anymore. That's not serving you well. All that's doing is weighing you down. And whether that is a situation from the past
Yeah, it keeps you in the
or a
past.
Oh, okay. Yes, exactly. It doesn't allow you to be present. So as we're talking, it's funny how you know what I'm saying, but are you doing it? You're good at what the card said was you're really good at doing it for other people and helping them work through it. It's time for Nancy to say, you know what? I am my own best friend. And if this situation was happening with a friend of mine, what would I advise them to do? And then allow yourself to be your friend, your best friend, and give yourself that grace. Does that make sense to you? I keep hearing over and over in my head that you would rather it be you than someone else, which I understand, but then you hold the whole weight of the world. Does that make sense?
Some, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
just a lot of
There's a,
baggage from
yeah,
the past.
yeah. It's time to get rid of some of that baggage, you know?
Yeah.
Forgive it and release it. Forgive yourself and release it. And instead of holding yourself hostage to that, say, you know what? I survived that victory. Like I was a cheerleader when I was in school and there was a song, like a Victory. Like I feel like that needs to
Hmm.
be your song
Yes.
where you're saying, look at what I have not only accomplished, but what I've survived. It does feel like there's a lot of male energy around you that kind of gosh, puts you in your place, for lack of a better word, who keeps you stuck. Does that make sense?
Well, I I lost my husband last summer to
Ah,
suicide,
okay. Okay. So this is that
and
heavy weight. I've got it. I've got it. I felt like there was this male energy coming in that was holding you captive. And with you saying your husband decided to take himself out of this world, that would be this energy that's around you holding you back. So, with that, I would say to you, allow yourself to heal. I feel as if he's done a lot of healing on the other side, but I feel like there were a lot of factors involved in his decision making, if that makes sense. I don't know whether there was, I mean, how do I say that? And is Chad connected to you in any way, like a Chad or a Chaz or like it feels like a CH name? Okay. All right.
Chris.
Um, Chris. And was that your husband's name?
Hmm.
Okay. All right. All right. If okay, it felt like it was a hard C, but I wasn't getting that quite right. So I feel like he struggled with quite a few things that he kept hidden within himself that you had no way of knowing. Um, I don't know whether he has tried this before, but it feels like this was the third time that he had tried or thought about it. Does that make sense to you?
I wasn't around for the other times, but I know of at least one other time.
Okay. Okay. So no, this is something that he'd struggled with mentally for a very long time. I don't know whether he was bipolar, but it feels like a switch just kind of would go off and on in his mind, and he would get very, very low and couldn't pull himself out of it. I feel like he relied on you an awful lot to kind of like pick him up and help him, but it feels like as much as you tried to help him, I feel like he's very grateful for that, but I feel like he's sorry or he's apologizing for bringing you down in that hole with him, if that makes sense to you.
I
Okay.
just, he made me feel like I was never good enough.
Yeah. Well, know that he's like it feels like he has seen the light, for lack of a better word, and sees how much you tried to help him, but I feel like he's apologizing for all of the like the turbulence and the emotional roller coasters that he put on you is how he's saying it. Um, mhm, mhm. Okay. All right. So I feel like he wants you to be able to, and see, this is that power that the angels were talking about, allowing you to put mm, your past traumas in the past as a learning lesson. Know that this was not your fault in any way. It feels like there's kind of a PTSD around you if you can't find someone, and I feel like he's apologizing for that. So if you try to get a hold of a friend or a relative and they're not answering, or do you instantly go to the worst case scenario?
Um, like if I'm trying to get a hold of a friend or a family member and I can't get a hold of them for a while, yeah, I get extremely worried.
Yeah. So I feel like he's offering his apologies for giving you that PTSD, for putting that fear in you. Um, so when you had your surgery, it feels like he's saying to me that he was with you in the room, and it feels like something evolving around the anesthesia. Was there a reaction or something that you had to the anesthesia or to a medication? Because I feel like he's saying that he was with you in the room and it had like revolved around going to sleep.
Um, well, I mean, I was in the hospital for 5 days that I don't have any memory of.
Okay. All right. So know he was with you during that time is how he's letting me know. Um, and I do feel like he's asking you to forgive him. And he's just said to me, she'll say that she's forgiven me, but it's still there. So I want you to be able to look at what the good memories were, and he's showing me like a lake and the water, and just be able to replenish yourself. And you would
Yep,
understand that, correct?
I do understand it completely.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay.
Whew.
All right. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't go ahead.
I think our marriage was doomed almost from the beginning because uh we
Well, he
hadn't
had a
been
lot of
married.
turmoil.
Well, we hadn't been married for 2 years when my son passed away.
Okay. Well,
And
he had a lot of turmoil as well, is what he's showing me. And it just feels
Yeah.
like pages in the book were just kind of like turning in his mind where he just couldn't. Was there an addiction that was involved with your husband?
Yes.
Okay. Because I keep smelling alcohol, but I also feel like there's being a band-aid put on things. So I feel like there was more than just alcohol is what he's alluding to.
It was alcohol and anything he could get a hold of.
Okay. Yeah, usually when they show me or I smell alcohol and then they show me like a band-aid around the glass, it lets me know that there was more than just that. There was a lot of stuff he was just unable to work through um from past experiences. And when he's coming to me, I feel like he was very much the victim mentality, if that makes sense. I feel as if he felt at the time that everybody was out, whether they were out to get him or out to see him fail. Um, but he knows differently now. And I feel like he wants to apologize for putting that around you. Okay. All right.
Giving me lots of stuff to think about.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it just feels like everything needs to be packed up, put in a suitcase, and put away.
Now, I'm actually sitting in the living room right now and I have tons of his clothes stacked up in here.
Okay.
I don't
So
know what
that's
to
a
do with
start. You pack them up and you put them away, or you give them away. You know, you don't have to keep everything. You don't have to get rid of everything. And maybe just do it one box at a time or one suitcase at a time. And if you can't do any more for the day, that's okay. All right. Um, but I feel like he's offering you permission, for lack of a better word, to get rid of the clutter that surrounds not only your living space, but your mind and your heart as well. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is
this
there
is very
anything else that I
intense.
can? I'm sorry?
I said this is very intense.
It can be. It can be. But it's all about healing the mind, the body, and the spirit, you know, not just in the spirit realm, but on the earthly realm as well. Um, because he sees with different eyes now and has a different understanding than what we do. Okay. So I'm going to offer that to you with love and connection. And I'm going
I
to thank Chris
appreciate
for
it.
allowing me to come through and give you that message. And I hope that you know that they're only a whisper away and just talk to them. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be happy. Just don't be hard on yourself. Okay?
Thank
All
you.
right. All right. Thank you.